Hey there guys, Ibaraki Ben here from the North American Guild famed Army of Gamers. So a lot of people have been asking how we know who deposits what items into the guild bank, who stays, who leaves, who joins, and who's been promoted. So basically anyone can view this, but you just need to press your options button and go into social. Find guilds and then select the guild you want. So, and from here you just have to select history. Now the history is going to show you either everything you want, it's going to show you the roster, which is basically who has joined, who has left, and who has been promoted. You can select it and just press R2 and L2 to skip through the list, so you can see who's joined and who's left and who's promoted who. Next is customization. This is going to tell you when people have edited the About Us or the Message of the Day, so you can see how often they're actually created. After that you have unlocks. Now ours doesn't show anything unlocked because we unlocked everything about a month ago, so there's nothing new to unlock for us because we've got over 170 members now. This is the one that's the most important, which is the guild bank. So on here we have our guild bank. So we've got either all, or you can look at the withdrawals. This one's pretty important because you can then check up on what people are withdrawing. So as you can see, we've got Fantasia, who about 30 minutes ago has withdrawn a load of recipes. We've got some another member who has been withdrawing mostly crafting materials. So you can see all of the quantities and what they've done and when they've done them. Now this data will go back only 10 days. After that there's no more, it kind of drops off. So you need to kind of check this on a weekly basis. So you can see what people have withdrawn, but then you can also look at the deposits, so you can see what people have deposited. In my case, I have some members that will actually deposit more items than they take. I use this a lot to actually check up on what people have been doing so that I can monitor them and decide who I should promote so that they can withdraw from the bank and who I shouldn't. This has also been a good system for actually checking who's been withdrawing too much, as in the past we've had some members who have withdrawn, for example, about 100 items but only deposited about 10. So for me, I think this is a bit unfair, so I decide to put them on cooldown and temporarily demote them until they're depositing again. If you go to the show all, it's going to give you basically an update of everything people have been doing. So we can see that Fantasia here, who is my assistant in most of my videos, has taken some recipes and she's been depositing various different clothing materials. We've got 198 lockpicks from this person as well, and lots of clear water, calcinum ingots. So this gives you a good idea, so you can scroll through and see what people have been doing. The next you've got is the sales. This will show all of the basically the bank money, what's been happening with it. So I can look at this and see that one member has sold a recipe for 140 gold, and I've collected 4 gold in tax that's gone into the guild bank. This can be quite useful system when you actually sell in the guild store, because it means the bank makes a little bit of money, because when you want to buy a hired trader, they are very expensive. Then you've got our hired trader data. So for example, we've been trying for the last few weeks to get a hired trader, and it is pretty hard. We threw down 50,000 gold, that wasn't enough. Then we threw down 100,000 gold, which wasn't really enough. 200,000 wasn't quite enough, so today I've done 275,000 on a different place, so I'm hoping that this is actually going to help. You can then also look at your alliance war, which is going to show you basically what you've lost and what you've gained as part of ownership is. So we have gained places and lost places, but at the moment we're not so active in the PvP part of it because most of our members have only just hit veteran rank 1. So this is basically how the history works. It's very useful for the leaders to be able to find out what other players have been doing within the guild. I hope this video has helped some of you guys out, because like I said, any member can actually access this and see what they're doing, and this is what I use, mainly the bank part I use to check up on members that have actually been withdrawing and depositing. That way if somebody takes a bit too much than they have actually added, I then decide that they shouldn't be withdrawing that much and I put it on cooldown. So yeah, I hope this video helps you guys out, and I'll see you guys soon.